All righty, questions.
You walked up? You walked up? You know?
Yeah, I put on some pounds. I recently hopped on the scale and I was 215. It shocked me. I didn't think I was 215. So Coach Ed has been doing a good job on trying to get me ready, get my lower half stronger, get my upper body stronger, on top of rehab. So I've been putting in some work.
What's been the hardest part of the rehab process, mentally, physically, whatever?
Yeah, it's been a lot of things that goes into it. Mentally, it's just you're doing the same thing every day. You want to be out there on the field. It's like it's like you're battling and just trying to get this thing right so you can go out there and have fun and be with your brothers. But I'm happy. I'm going to rehab and my spirits are up and I'm out here with my brothers out here on the field, and that means a lot to me just to be able to be out there with them and teach them and just coach them and just be there for them. So I feel like just the the whole rehab process, I've learned a lot, but I'm thankful for it, and it's just making me work a lot more harder.
Could you walk us through maybe like what your day looks like right now, like when
Okay, so I wake up, and I get up here pretty early. The first thing I do is rehab, and then go to class. We'll have practice now, but I'll wake up and rehab, practice, go to class, come back, do some more rehab, and after that, watch some film and go home. But it's really based, on a lot of rehab and same things every day. But I'm getting used to it. I'm just keeping that positive mindset.
Do you have a target date you're shooting for to be 100%?
I don't. I'm just taking it, each day at a time. So I really don't know the target date, but I'm just gonna work.
Mark Stoops said throughout the rehab process that at one point you hit a wall.
Yeah.
And you had to fight through it. How difficult was that?
What
do you mean by you hit a wall? I think I know, but
yeah. At a point in time, it was really hard for me to get over, that I got injured, and I was sitting out the whole season, and it was a point in time I didn't want to go to rehab, and I was like, I just want to be away. I don't want to be bothered. I don't, want to do any of those things, but I don't know. I feel like that was just the best thing for me. It's just to refresh my mind.
So it was a mental wall.
It was a mental wall. Okay. Just refresh my mind. And at that time, I was, pretty behind on rehab, than I should have been, just taking those days off and stuff. And, after that bowl game, we came back, and I feel like I was just a different person. My mindset was focus, and get this leg ready.
When was that period of time where you sort of hit that mental wall?
I'd say it was, right after I got surgery, I was pretty good there. And it was really once I, could start doing, rehab, movement and stuff like that. And, it was just tough. It was tough for me. I've never been injured before. I had to get surgery. So it was new to me, and just new to me doing the rehab stuff. And, I learned from it and I grew a lot. And, just trying to get better.
How structurally, how is
it's feeling good. Yeah, it's feeling really good. Just still working to get my quad back. That quad, get that girth back and that power that I need to get. So it feels good. Still getting used to it, but just gotta keep working the quad.
Seems like you might have a big weekend in August for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
We heard Josh and Len obviously talk a lot the last 2 years about how that motivated them to put in more work. Has that been the same case for you too?
Yeah, it's already played a huge part in rehab and just trying to get better. So that's definitely played a big part in it. I'm really excited. It's crazy that's going to be August 30th. So I have a lot of things that to look forward to. And, I'm just pretty excited.
How do you, when you take on another, that's a lot of pressure just to come back and then throwing that in. How do you sort out all your, just keep yourself sane, basically?
Mm-hmm. With what?
Just with the baby, the rehab, the class.
I mean, it's just something I got to adapt to. I don't, I know being a father, it's gonna, have challenges to it, but. I'm not somebody that's gonna, back down or anything like that. I like the pressure sometimes and keep me on my toes. So I'm pretty excited about it. But I feel like it's all about focus. When football comes, just be prepared for that. And when the baby gets here, be prepared for that. So I'm ready for it. I'm locked in and just, ready to be great.
I think at one point in the offseason you tweeted about how willing you are to host other recruits here. Just what was that process like for you when they brought Joey in, brought Bo in, all that, and still knowing that it's best for the team?
Open arms. You know, in each recruit that we get, you know, it's with open arms. Coach Merrill, I remember him, you know, telling me that he wanted me to meet Joey and he wants me to host him. And I was all in for it. He's a great player. He's big, he can throw the ball. So, you know, if anything that I can do to get, you know, the players that we need for this football team, this university, you know, I'm all in for it. So, you know, when Joey got here, I just wanted to, you know, show him around and, you know, teach him some things, you know, about Kentucky, you know, about the offense. And he really just wanted to be around the players, just to be able to, you know, see how we're living and, you know, the things that we do. So, with any recruit, I'm open arms.
What was it like for you watching that offense they were in with Lynn last year?
Oh my, man! You know, I just look forward to running some of those plays that he was running. But no, watching that whole offense, you know, they stood together. And you know, I remember when I went down, they told me that they got this season was for, you know, it was for me. And you know, I feel like they did their all. They gave it their all. Lynn Bowden, he's just incredible. You know, things that he did on that field. And, you know, and it was a lot of pressure on him, you know, to be able to come through, you know, after our quarterbacks, you know, been down. So it was fun watching them. You know, I just wanted to be out there, but it was really fun.
You can't go through the 7-on-7s and team stuff, but what do you do to kind of keep on the same page with your receivers and be as far along as possible?
Yeah, just getting mental reps, you know, just standing behind, you know, the quarterback and, you know, trying to see what he sees and just going through my progressions, but, you know, just communicating with the receivers and, you know, talking to them on how they're running their routes and, you know, if I was out there on where would you want the ball to be put and just little things like that to keep my mind going and keep me thinking, you know, football. So when I do get out there, you know, it's easy.
You see a little extra bounce in their step with the healthy quarterback situation.
Oh yeah. The receivers are really excited about that, and you know, we're throwing the ball. We're going to throw the ball, and you know, the receivers are excited. They've stepped up tremendously with, you know, their leadership skills. You know, Josh Ali and Cleveland Thomas. You know, they've been doing a good job on, you know, dragging those younger receivers, you know, and teaching those guys. But I'm glad, you know, that they're out there having fun and, you know, getting the rock and just playing ball.
Terry, I think a lot of us are anticipating this is going to be your offense once fall comes. But when you have guys like Joey who might not play this year, but guys like Bo Allen, how's that just going to drive you a little bit more of the competition that you guys have in order for you to keep that offensive drive?
I mean, I've always had to compete. You know, since I've gotten to Oregon, I always had to compete, and I'm never scared to compete. And you know, competing at the quarterback position, you know, it's normal. It's what you have to do every day, day in and day out. So, you know, hey, I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about getting my leg together and you know, when it's time for me to get back on the field, you know, just do what I do.
Have you given any thought to if it gets to the fall and maybe your leg, you're not 100%, to maybe examining trying to get a 6th year and
I don't know. Haven't even thought about that. You know, my focus is getting it right.
All right, folks, everybody good?